Wow.
Just one sip away from your 43rd DUI. Is your 5th bankruptcy preventing you from taking on more debt? Are you tired of being hit with beer cans while collecting garbage with your chain gang? Does alimony threaten to reduce your video poker pleasure? Do you feel like you're always riding the last float in a fart parade? If this sounds like your life, then you need to come visit the law offices of Hightower and Cohen today. Located in the Dalles, Oregon on 9th and Pine, right between the Arctic Circle and the Golden Taint Tanning Salon. Check out the online store for awesome deals on custom courtroom attire. Mention the promo code JailSucks and enter to win a custom rare Hightower and Cohen baseball cap.
Some definite editing in this one.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even talked about anything.
All right, yeah, bring something up, because I'm just going to go aloof the whole time.
Oh, okay.
You like that word? Aloof. I've been hanging out with this girl, and she's been saying all these big words, and I've been pretending to know what she's saying during the conversation, and then I had to look him up later.
Yeah, yeah.
She said I'm congenial, and the whole time I'm like, that's really nice of you to say that, but I had no fucking clue what she was saying.
Right.
I am congenial, though. I looked it up. She's right.
Yeah. What was the other word you were just using? You were
aloof?
using it wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I knew it. I'm researching.
Well, no.
People say big words, and I don't know. I'm not that smart.
I might be wrong on this. Actually, listen. We're gonna. Well, we can do this without the internet, and we'll find out later who's right.
Okay.
I don't know if what's right or not either.
Aloof.
I thought that the word was loof.
Oh.
And that you were describing someone who is a loof.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was aloof.
Because I've heard that term to describe somebody I know also.
Maybe that's what she was saying.
He's aloof. That's how I heard it used in a sentence.
Oh, that's probably what it is. Honestly,
maybe it's not. I don't know.
I was just like
Look
pretending to know what
your
she was
phone's
talking
right
about
there. My internet,
time.
Dude. This internet on here.
She said some word like incredulous. I was like, that's a big word.
I don't know what that word means.
I looked it up and forgot the meaning. It's such a big word that I already forgot what it meant after looking it up because the meaning was so complicated.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I don't know. She was making my head spin with all the motherfucking words, man. I'm like,
damn, there's no tip on it and it came out sideways.
I was like, tits and butts. What's up?
Look up loof now, dude.
Loof.
Let's see what the truth is.
Loof.
Is it aloof or is it loof?
You're probably right. You're smarter than me.
No, I'm not. I'm saying I don't know what's right. I've actually only recently heard that word also.
Aloof. Oh, wait, hold on. It is dot loof.
Oh, there we go.
Not friendly or forthcoming.
What? That's not at all what I. Let me see that. Let me see that phone.
If things pop up, it's not my fault.
Oh my god, dude! He is really giving that to her. What are you watching on here? No, I'm kidding.
Where do you think I got the farm animal idea?
Oh shit!
Did you run into some fucked up shit?
No.
That's my mom, by the way.
Whoa, dude, she's pretty hot.
I know. Dude,
I love the peg leg. I'm into that shit.
She's hotter than my dad.
I don't know why.
She's hotter than my dad.
Dude.
My dad's hotter than my sister, though.
I certainly hope so. This is a fucked up podcast.
I said that to somebody once. They're like, is your dad this is true, too. They're like, is your dad an attractive man? And I'm like, he's hotter than my sister. And this and this chick spit her breakfast up and was it was crying. She was laughing so fucking hard.
Oh, I'm laughing. That's a good one.
It was amazing.
I think Liz wanted a pipe. I'm gonna give it to her. It's still not good.
That sounded terrible. That sounded terrible.
Liz needs the pipes.
And Jesus. Don't forget about Jesus.
Liz needs the pipes, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you didn't even notice that you said it.
Oh, well, everything's an innuendo, man.
No, but you didn't mean it that way.
No, I
That's
did not.
what.
You sure it wasn't Moist Boys?
Moist Boys?
Yeah, those guys are awesome.
That's a real band?
I fucking hope not.
No, Moist Boys. B-O-I-S. No,
you-
B-O-I-Z.
So-
Moist Boys.
So I want to ask you something. Do you like blues music?
Some of it I find to be kind of boring. I like old school shit, but then some of it with the, with the soul and the funk in it, yeah, I really like it.
Well, that would be considered funk, not blues.
Funky blues?
I was asking
Funky
you.
blues, like upbeat shit.
I was asking you
with
because
horns.
yeah, I hear it like when I first got into music, learned music theory, all that shit. Blues bored the fuck out of me.
It was a little boring.
I described early hip hop music the same way. It sounded like the equivalent of a car alarm, and it made me feel claustrophobic.
Early hip hop music made you feel claustrophobic?
Well, yeah, because
You never heard that before.
Well, all you would hear the same like note, for example.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about boom bap.
I'm talking about old
Boom
school
bap.
rap. When it first came out, they just like played shit over
Right.
on
They
repeat.
looped it.
They looped
It
shit.
was a 3-minute loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no switch ups.
Sure. So
Yeah,
I saw blues. I also saw reggae the same way, and it wasn't like I hated blues or I hated reggae,
like reggae
or I
that
hated hip hop. It was just that they were confined, they were restricted to that one style, and I think that's why I got into the Grateful Dead and Fish, because they played all of it.
And drugs.
When they played blues songs that I didn't really enjoy particularly, I'd go to take a bathroom break. I mean, it's
Go take a little poo poo.
I'd go fucking snap a coiler.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Go fucking launch the Brown October, and then when you come back, that I think the whole idea is that you get some variety, and you don't feel as claustrophobic. That's my take.
Right.
I fell asleep at a blues concert in Miami a couple of years ago.
Miami?
Yeah.
You went to Miami?
Yeah.
The fuck? I went to fucking Miami.
But I just remember it's like,
the fuck?
like, why am I falling asleep at a concert? No, dude, that show was nuts. The dude the first blues band who played, the dude had an eye patch on.
That's dope.
Big ass, like buff, stacked, jacked bass player, fucking big ass black
Hey.
dude, huge black dude.
Moist Boys.
Yeah. Oh, whoa.
Was that the band?
It was a huge buff black dude who played bass and had an eye patch, and he said he fucking woke up and his fucking eye was fucking blind.
Really? Just
Really.
Out of nowhere?
Out of nowhere.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man, it's pretty crazy.
The fuck?
So that was when I fell asleep during a blues show. Anyway, enough of that crap.
In Miami.
I was just saying I don't like blues. I was wondering
Not
if
that
you
much,
enjoyed
but
the show.
I'm gonna be shameless. I was definitely there for the beer and women too.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, it's all part of the experience.
So many and great food,
yeah.
man. Whew. I
You got-
saw the most disgusting bathroom I've ever seen in my life, though, down at the waterfront.
What?
So they have all the porta potties, and that's what most people are using. But when the lines got really long, there's these waterfront bathrooms that are attached to like the stairs,
Yep.
Wow. And it was the funniest thing ever. Like every person that comes out of it looks at the next person in line with dead serious. Do not fucking go in there. Dry heaving. Do not fucking go in there. every single person that would come out would tell the next person, don't do it. And so it became this theme where everybody's like, no, it's not. It couldn't be that bad.
A couple weeks ago, you had a story about a bathroom that made you like have a
Ralph at
but you
600
had,
PSI.
It was and it was impulsive though, right? Like uncontrollable.
This one, for some reason, my stomach was strong.
So maybe you're growing a tolerance
to nasty bathrooms.
Yeah,
this was much worse.
Much worse. Did you have like?
There was dried shit on the back of the toilet. Oh, yeah. Whew.
So wait a minute. That you could still access the toilet?
Yeah.
Okay, because I've seen worse.
No, I mean,
I can tell you right now about the worst bathroom I've ever seen in my life. All right, if you want to hear, because I've seen some shit. And
is it that bar you guys were talking about?
No, it's not the Angelo's bathroom. The Angelo's bathroom is just the wall.
This one's floor was black.
Right. No.
Like I have to spray off my shoes for sure.
If you want to hear all right, here it is.
All right, get my stomach strong. Don't puke on the puking on the podcast.
When I was a teenager, I went to like what were they called? Like barter fairs. Remember those? They were like
yeah.
It was just get high and sell shit or whatever and camp for a few days. So
you're so old.
Those were
barter fairs.
Those were where we went to make money.
Isn't that called like a? Is it really called barter fairs?
Essentially, that's what they were dubbed as or whatever, but it was really just live music, camping, drugs, buying and selling. That was where I went for work. I sold drugs. That's what I did. Well, I sold pot and mushrooms. I went to the country fair. I went to all those festivals to make a paycheck, and that's how I made money.
You and a lot of people.
Totally.
You just reminded me of something really funny. Yeah. We got all sorts of funny shit to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you about the worst bathroom I've ever seen in my life.
Let's get it.
So, Autzen Stadium parking lot, Grateful Dead, August 1993. I opened the door to a fucking porta potty, and there was a pyramid of shit. So I
try not to visualize.
I like to call it a coner. Up out of the bowl, and this gets worse. So I opened the door and saw this, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" To my buddy, I'm like, "Dude,
holy shit!
Somebody went in there and like fucking squatted over that pile and added to it." Like that shit must have been how exactly. So here's the thing. I turn to my bro and I'm like, I haven't looked at the other 10 porta potties. You got to keep this in mind. This is a line of porta potties at Autzen Stadium, 1993.
Oh
my buddy's making all these jokes about vegans and how they shit way too much and hippies and all this shit. And we're like laughing about it. And as we're laughing,
wheatgrass.
I'm waiting for another porta potty. So the one next to it opens and a girl comes out. And I look in and it's the exact same way. That girl just pooed or peed on top of a huge pile of shit that was coming out of the bowl about a foot and a half off the fucking top of the bowl. Anyway, true story.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, you got me beat, but it was it wasn't that bad.
That wasn't the first time.
Now that I think about it.
Or I mean, that wasn't the last time I saw something like that.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I saw something similar to that.
Like the worst.
I think it was at a barter fair, or it may have been another Dead show I was at. That's why he does it.
Which is Jesus Christ.
Well, according to what I told the cops, it's a guy who had a red afro.
You just made some shit up?
Well, it was a joke we'd had for years about what we would tell the cops if they tried to get us to like. So everybody.
Red afro.
The idea was that we would all describe the same dude to the cops, and we got busted, and they would get a profile going of a dude who doesn't exist. And that's exactly, and that's because they'll tell you to recite the same story over and over again. My parents were cops, I told you, right?
Yeah.
I know their strategies.
This is some movie shit.
They get you to repeat the same thing over and over again, and they ask you the same questions because they're trying to get you to slip. Because when you know the truth, you'll just keep telling it over and over again. But when you need to tell a lie, you have to think about it first. But it's not a lie if you make yourself believe it.
Is that a butt plug? Like, do you have a straight? Am I looking at a butt plug right now?
That's a guitar slide.
Oh, not a butt plug. Okay.
No, it's definitely not a butt plug.
Sorry, I was in Portland.
No, it's all good. They're everywhere. I know. They're like on the side of the roads.
No, strippers are wearing them. Glow-in-the-dark butt plugs.
While they strip?
Yeah, glow-in-the-dark butt plugs.
Okay.
They're all like light up and shit. So they're like cornholes are all lit up.
So they have something in their butts while they're
Yes.
dancing. Okay.
Right in your face, butt plug. Glow in the dark though.
Who does
Somebody is making money
There's a
manufacturing glow in the dark butt
It's a
plugs.
fucking weird world out there, dude.
Making like feeding their families off of glow in the dark butt plugs. What a world we live in these days. What a time. What do people say? What a time to be alive.
You can't unsee that shit, huh? Like,
No.
20 years
No.
from now, you're going to be... Or wait, how old are you?
28.
28. So
Young.
we'll say in 50 years,
Whew.
you're going to be like, one time I saw a girl with a lit up butt plug dancing right in front of me.
Back in my day,
And then the kid...
strippers had glow in the dark butt plugs.
Yeah, and then the kid's going to be like, I saw a chick cut her own head off. Like, what the fuck? It just keeps getting more and more extreme.
Oh, it's gonna get next level. She was riding a goat.
Oh, yeah.
There was a petting zoo on stage.
On stage. And there's like a dude behind scooping the shit up.
His name was Leroy. He was holding a
Or
pitchfork.
no. The neck on and dances in the goat shit. I'm serious, man.
And the goat just comes all over.
Oh my fucking god! What movie was that where they talk about a chick fucking a horse or fucking a dog or something like that? Is that like a 40-year-old virgin? Remember when they're talking about the guys? Like, I went to Mexico and they watched a chick fuck a horse or something.
I have a real true story about a girl.
And a horse?
No, but she was going to suck my friend's golden retriever's penis for an Xbox.
For an Xbox.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this right now, but it is 100% true.
And she did
and
it?
can be fact checked through many people.
And she followed
No,
through
she
with
didn't.
it.
They kicked her out of the house. They were joking.
Oh.
So she's like, "How much for that Xbox?" and they're like, "I'm not selling my fucking Xbox." And she's like, "Please, I got 100 on me." And this guy, I won't say his name, was like, "We'll give you that Xbox if you suck that dog's dick." And he was just joking, like, like suck a dog's dick. That's not.
Yeah.
She goes, "Where is he?" We're like, "What?"
Oh my god.
She's like, "Where's Bailey, the dog? Rest in peace, Bailey."
Damn, man.
And she was
For a
literally
video game system.
She was literally gonna go in the room and slob a dog's knob. It was insane. And of course they were like, "Dude, you nasty bitch, get the fuck out of my house. We were kidding. You're not gonna suck my family dog off."
If it was my dog,
I can't believe I
would,
this is 15 years ago, dude.
I'd give him
And
that.
I cannot. Well, he was ready. He's all like, he was down. My
But
friend was
I mean,
no, Bailey, you do not get that today.
that's really gross. And video games are boring as
It doesn't
fuck.
even, like, anyone that would listen to this wouldn't even believe that. But it is really true.
Well,
It's insane.
I believe it.
Wow.
I'll probably.
Wow.
I'll edit that.
No,
out.
you should put a bunch of echo and shit on it.
Put some fucking delay on that shit.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Nick is freebasing
That
cocaine right now.
That pot tastes kind of shitty, man.
It's cocaine.
Damn.
I smoke rocks, Joe Rogan.
Smoke rocks.
I smoke.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that tripped me out.
I know, because there's music playing. That's why it gets weird. I wanted to ask you what your thoughts are on all this shit on the internet about white people calling the cops on black people.
Yes! You're talking about Barbecue Becky?
Well, it starts with that chick. Which,
Barbecue Becky. That is her fucking name, and that
Right.
is what you're going to dress her as?
I know. Well, there's a bunch of them now. There's Permit Patty. I'm serious. What? You didn't know this? I thought you would know more about this than me.
No, I know about it. I just think it is so funny that they're getting these names like this. It's fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah. There's a whole
People
bunch.
are putting them on blast more than ever, and it's great. I think they deserve it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's a pretty big conversation. That's why I wanted to ask you.
People are losing jobs.
They are losing jobs over it. Yeah,
Barbecue Becky was stupid as fuck.
So that
She
Permit
was
Patty
so
chick
extra.
lost her job, and she was like a I think a spokesperson or some shit for like a fucking pot farm.
Yeah, CBD stuff.
Yeah.
She didn't like the fact that an 8-year-old girl was selling water.
Right. Yeah, I watched the whole
She
video.
called
I've watched
cops
all
on
these.
it, yeah.
So what is this? What's this phenomenon? What and besides, before we talk anything about race, what's the whole what's the satisfaction that one gets out of, I don't know, being a piece of shit to someone else?
I don't know. It's a power thing for sure. I have a phone and I can use it at any time, and I know the police's phone number. And
So it's just some bitter son of a bitch whose life
somebody's
fucking just sucks.
bitter, or they're racist.
That's pretty much what it is. And I just wanted to
Yeah.
avoid that conversation for a
No,
little
it's fine.
bit, but
It's true.
it is.
I'm
it's
overt
absolutely
about
true.
this
No,
shit. They're fucking racist.
It's reality. Yeah, it's racist.
Why is it always black people involved
Yeah.
with these situations?
Yeah.
Because they're racist.
Yeah, yeah.
And they know that, and they're sick of people wiping it on the rug, and they're putting it on the internet, and 150 million people are seeing it and
Mm-hmm.
making memes and putting barbecue Becky in every fucking picture.
There's some funny ass shit.
I think
with
it's the
that.
funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, me too. There was some shit I saw with that picture of her that I can't remember what it was, but I laughed my fucking ass off
Dude.
till my face was red. It was
Dude.
really funny. Like,
Every meme, people are getting really creative too. It's impressive.
yeah, it is. I agree. It's funny.
My friend showed me one. Her friend is in a band. This has got like 8 people, and it's like a band picture of them all together. But then like barbecue Becky's in the corner, holding a bass.
That's sick, dude. Well, here's a little thing. Here's some of my own.
Do you watch the barbecue Becky video?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was persistent.
Here's a little thing about and this isn't, I don't have like the answers to everything in life. All I can speak for is my own personal experience. So I grew up in the 90s. I was like I mean, when you're most impressionable, you're a teenager, right?
Right. Yeah.
So in the 90s, when I was a teenager, between the ages of, I'd say like 13 to about 17, 18, hood movies were everywhere.
Hood movies.
Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society.
Oh, hood movies.
And
I thought
also
it was like a Hood River branded company.
no
about
hood movies. I mean that term I just used right
Ghetto
there is a
Tales.
joke made by Don't Be a Menace in South Central or whatever.
Yeah.
They were making fun of hood movies, and they mentioned
a
that.
lot of them. Boys in the Hood,
Right.
Dead Presidents.
So I grew up watching those things. I was also influential, like I said, impressionable and young, and I was into pot. And these guys were selling pot.
Right.
This is how I started to like hip hop. Honestly, I hated it until Dr. Dre hit the scene, and I'm like, whoa, these guys smoke weed. We've got a common ground here.
Yeah.
Like, and now I started to hear their music a little differently and understand the culture a little differently. But here I'm going somewhere with this is, those movies also scared the fucking shit out of me.
They scared you?
Loke Dog, remember that character? Just kills an innocent dude at a convenience store. Remember the scene? And they watch that movie over and over again in their house. That's a
Right.
scene that was written in a movie. And I don't know if a white or black person wrote that script.
Probably.
But that shit,
directors
that shit was like, it was portraying that culture as violent, ruthless,
Yeah.
no empathy,
Yeah.
like just kill innocent people. So my point is this:
Right.
I have a racial bias, whether I like it or not, from that, because it was an impressional part of my youth.
As strong
I fight
of you to
it.
admit that.
I fight it every time. Every time I see a black dude, I'm like, Nick, you're a fucking idiot.
That's why you're so divided from like the barbecue Beckies, because they won't admit that it's because of race. That it's just you don't have the permit to sell the water.
No bullshit. No, they wouldn't do it if it was Fabio.
Who lives in Stevenson?
No, seriously. Oh, really?
Did you know that?
No
Yes, I finally found somebody that
Crazy.
didn't know. Fabio, this is fact checked as well.
Cool.
It has a 400-acre ranch in Stevenson.
Wow.
People see him all the time.
Cool.
Fucking Fabio.
Is he buying like that
is
fake butter
20
shit? Or?
minutes from us, right?
Well, if it was him,
Can't believe
white
it's
people
not
wouldn't call
butter.
the cops. And I'm definitely, I don't have a fucking racist bone in my body. I've just I think about this kind of shit, and I think about my reactions and where they come from, and it comes from pop culture and movies. That's why I grew up
That's
with.
true.
And that shit made me freaked out by dudes like Loke Dog. Like, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've also been mugged by like four people in my life, and they were all black dudes.
That's a lot more traumatizing. Yeah,
I'm serious. It doesn't mean black people mug fucking people.
No,
it doesn't mean they're fucking different. It's just a different.
It means the air.
Circumstances
the area you were in.
I was downtown Seattle.
Oh my god!
Exactly.
Yeah, but
it's not even just the area.
Parts.
It has nothing to do with black, brown. I know that. I know for a fucking fact. I'm just saying, like, because it's my experience, I like fight that personally. I fight that in my own life.
Well, every big city has an area that you're gonna get fucking robbed in.
Oh yeah, I got robbed in Portland and in Seattle.
The problem is it's got so bad in certain cities. It's like your chance of getting robbed pretty high. Your chance of getting killed even higher.
Sure.
Southside Chicago is so bad right now.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
You'd be safer in Baghdad. Like, you could go to fucking Baghdad.
Why are people killing each other?
I don't know. I think that the government pushing drugs into inner city areas with a lot of youth.
So the motivation behind the murders is gang,
drugs, money.
So name an example of why somebody needs to kill someone else in a city like Chicago, for example. Like one instance. Disrespect.
Yeah,
guy was a jerk. You're gonna go kill him.
Well, it's not kind of. It's more complicated. It's more of a pride and ego thing with gangs, you know. Oh, he disrespected my boy, and he's talking bad on my name. There's guns everywhere. No empathy. Go kill somebody.
So they're taught that.
Yeah.
Somebody made them think that was something worth killing over. Right. People don't come up with that shit on their own as much as they'd like to think they do.
If you were born into that environment, you'd probably think that way too.
If your uncle's like, if someone disrespects you, you fuck them up. I do the white trash voice because that's what I am.
Get him, Timmy.
You get him, boy. He looks at you funny. You give him that pimping hand. You give it to him strong.
He's in trouble now. He's in trouble now.
Yeah, I was taught a little.
Let's go watch some UFC. Put on my Affliction shirt. Got my new DC shoes.
Oh damn. You're associating
go to Buffalo
some
Wild
articles
Wings.
of clothing with that, I guess.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Watch some UFC fights.
Yeah.
Knock them out. Fucking football.
Make America great again.
Stupid ass Colin Kaepernick. Kneeling and shit. He could kneel on my dick.
Yeah. This new America is
insane.
It's very interesting.
I'm glad you used that term, New America, because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I'm not a nationalist or a patriot.
Me either.
I'm just kind of a dude. But, I mean, I guess it depends on what your definition is. But I wanted to say this on this podcast since we started. This is 16th episode.
Ooh, shit.
And I'm going to say it for the first time on any of them.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Trump cult members.
You said his name.
Yep.
You didn't say orange guy.
I didn't. I'm going to go there. I got to say his name.
Made my nipples hard.
Trump cult members are fucking idiots.
Well, yeah.
I just want to say that because every time...
Get it out.
Well, when I get feedback from friends, people whose opinions I respect, I get this a lot. Zach, I get this. You got to listen to the other side. Blah, blah. Oh, and I say this. God. No. Fuck you. Fuck yourself. Pick a side or step aside, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I've chosen my side. I'm like, look back to the Civil War. We've always had fascists and humans. And when I say humans, I mean, yeah, fascists are less than human. And I'm not going to negotiate. I'm not going to sympathize. The sky is still blue at my house. History will judge us. It always does.
Yeah.
And it is right now. And I want to give you an example. I used to have a lot of Bush supporting friends and family.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a rough time. So check this out. When you're standing and you're looking at a painting and your nose is 1 inch from it, when you can't see the frame corner to corner, right? That's what we call hindsight.
Oh yeah.
After 9/11, it was in our face. 1 inch from the painting. Nobody could see the big picture. There was a lot of shock. There was a lot of craziness. It was a lot of patriotism. I myself was not like...
Some people don't even know what the World Trade Center was.
I was the same way. Like I didn't
even know those buildings existed.
It freaked me out, is what I mean. This whole thing that went down. So the invasion of Iraq, when that shit started to happen, I was starting to clear my head a little bit, and immediately I'm like, no. This dude is an oil lobbyist, literally.
Right.
His vice president has money invested in weapons manufacturing.
Right.
Next thing you know, gas is $5 a gallon, and we're in the recession, and everybody's like, fuck Bush. Now, here's my point. Everybody said, this time it's different. That's what they always say. That's what they said with Obama. And look, that's the other thing about this Trump cult. They always think if you're not with them, you're with someone else.
Yeah.
Obama's no different.
Right.
Look what happened with Obama. We have mandatory health insurance?
Right.
I wonder who's writing checks to Obama.
Right.
If we want to talk, that's why before I go on about this anymore, I want to say there are no sides. I don't see left or right. We have legalized bribery in Washington. Nothing's ever
legalized bribery?
Yes.
What is that?
We have lobbyists. You know what lobbying is?
Yeah.
We have companies paying politicians to write laws. Politicians are supposed to represent the people. Until that's criminalized, until it's a felony to bribe a politician, then nothing will ever change. It doesn't matter if it's Obama. It doesn't matter if it's Trump. It doesn't matter if it's Bush.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying, like with Obama, he's different. With Trump, he's different. So here's where I'm going with this. Going back on track here is with Bush. People said the same thing. And now when I bring it up to them, they're ashamed of themselves. They're embarrassed. And they should be. When I say, hey, you still support the invasion of Iraq? And they're ashamed. The Germans were ashamed of themselves when they saw the photos of the concentration camps, that they were supporting the Nazi party. You can't see that picture when you're 1 inch from it.
Right.
10 years down the road, when you can back up and look at it corner to corner, 10 years from now, Trump supporters will be judged. History will judge them, and they will be judged as fascists.
Right.
We have concentration camps in America. We have religious groups banned from entering the country. We have LGBTQ people banned from the military.
You said that so smooth.
We have white supremacist marches of Americans holding Nazi flags going down American streets, and our president is calling that patriotic. This is fascism, and history's going to judge all these dumb-ass motherfuckers for who they are.
He has the David Duke pictures?
Oh, I don't know.
They were friends.
I'm sure. I'm not
cool
surprised.
with the KKK guy.
I bet he is. And that's what I mean. If you don't condemn that shit, the second it fucking happens, you condemn that shit. There's no room. We don't have a democracy where we have white supremacist police and doctors, people who would deny services to people based on their race. That's not democracy, and you're less than human if you support that. And I'm not going to be on your side because history's going to judge us, and that's what I want to say about the Bush thing. History judged them, and they're embarrassed and ashamed to admit that they supported the invasion of Iraq, that they were behind everything he said. Bush fed them bullshit, and they lapped it up and smiled. And 10, 20 years later, they're like, holy shit, I can't believe I fell for that. I can't believe I was duped. And they all said the same thing then. It's different. No, it's not different. And if
you are angry today.
Oh, a little bit.
A tad bit.
It's okay
angry.
It's okay to be angry.
Oh, that was my toe.
Do you remember when Donald Trump said that climate change, or no, I think he said global warming is a hoax created by the Chinese?
You can't make this shit up.
You remember this though?
Yeah,
right?
You can't make it up.
So here's something I want to say. Nobody's ever walked back on that.
Really? They believe that?
Have you heard a Trump cult member come forward and say, actually, that's untrue?
No.
Nope. So they believe it. No, not Trump. Nobody said it.
Countries are big. Let's just blame them for stuff. Blame the countries.
I'm pretty sure they also said that Obama created ISIS. Remember he said that? He hasn't walked back on that either. The reason I'm mentioning that is because I think it's...
What a world.
It is what a world. I think... well, check this out. So you notice I keep using the word cult?
Yeah.
So, like, one of the definitions of a cult, and this is an actual Webster dictionary definition, is an excessive admiration for a person or thing.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So, if you're a political party, you're loyal to a system of values.
Right.
If you're religious, you're loyal to a system of moral code or whatever. Right.
Right.
And everybody in a religion is held accountable to that code, not to a person, not to the preacher, not to the church,
right.
but to the Bible. Right.
Yeah.
So if you're like a conservative, these are conservative values. If you don't have conservative values, then you're going to be kicked out of your conservative club.
Right.
You show up to your conservative party like, abortion's awesome. And everybody's like, get out of here, you commie bastard, or whatever label they
You
come up
guys
with.
want some popsicles?
So here's that's my point is this, and bringing up those lies that Trump said is that
Bring 'em up.
cults follow the leader, and it's not a system of values because, for example, like evangelicals, they're all of a sudden cool with adultery now. Right. So it's not about their value system. It's about their leader. And if the leader says jump, they jump. And the leader can do no wrong. And global warming's a hoax created by the Chinese. Just always mention that to Trump voters. They have to own that.
Right.
Look them in the eye and be like, look me in the fucking eye and tell me that you believe that global warming was a hoax created by the Chinese. You know what's really funny about that too? Not a shred of evidence. They don't need evidence.
Right.
Why would you need evidence? What's evidence?
I'm not much of a conspiracy guy, but there is some that they get you wondering.
What do you mean?
Sandy Hook.
What about it?
Just lots of holes in the story of the Sandy Hook. It's a sensitive subject, and involves children.
Here's what I'd say.
Some weird shit about it. I don't know.
I could make any story have holes in it.
Right, that's true.
It's such a deep conversation, but it's really
Right.
it's about the language too that's used. Like the English language I'm not fluent in any other language, but anything I've known or learned about other languages is they're much more descriptive.
Right.
And there's lots of ways to there's also just ways to make a story look like a conspiracy. Like you could make any story look like a conspiracy.
It's true.
That's true. And if you're looking for
That's very true.
Especially if you go into it expecting to find something, you've already found it before you even investigated it. So
it's photos of shit that confuse me.
well, I use common sense.
I'm not an Alex Jones fan.
I'll tell you this. No, me either.
Okay,
I'll tell you this. This is my strategy in life. I use evidence.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then with evidence, I go to motivation. There's always one motivation, and it's wealth.
Yep.
Every time. All the time. No matter what. People want to think, they're doing this because they're motivated by an ideology or a religion. No, they're not. There's money. There's always money. Every single fucking time.
It's true.
All the time. If somebody's pushing a story on you that they want you to believe, there's something in it for them.
It's true.
And it's money.
It's always fucking money.
It's always money, dude.
What else you got? Politics is making me tired, man.
I could see that. I'm getting tired too.
Dude, that's exhausting subject. What's up with some titties, though? Just kidding. I saw so many yesterday. It was overwhelming.
Down at the waterfront?
Dude. Well, yeah, and then at the club.
Oh, right.
I just thought about it. I'm like, God, I'm a little nervous right now. I don't like, just made me nervous. Music festivals and shootings and
because you were fucking elbow to elbow.
I got a little anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I've never seen so many attractive females in my life. It was crazy. I'm just like,
yeah.
Ooh, excuse me. Ooh. We were smoking weed down by the water. It was nice. Smoking the dubes.
It's because there's too many people.
Yeah, there's so many, dude.
So you can't bust anybody because
there's
over just too much weed.
Like 150,000 over the whole weekend.
Damn.
Think about it. With all those vendors, everything, I bet they pushed like 2.5 million in sales. It was all for the Oregon.
I was gonna say, are you smoking crack right now, man?
You think less or more?
Are you smoking crack?
No.
You got like the white shit going on around your lips, like.
Oh, I just ate Tums. I know. Yeah, I know. That's funny.
Because you were totally
Tyrone,
and yeah, you were totally fucking looking like a Tyrone when you came in.
Broke and it got all over her pants. And I'm like, dude, he's gonna think I was on some cocaine. And then you just said that. That is hilarious. No crap. Jesus Christ. Oh no.
Oh man, that
really did look like I was smoking. Dude, you smoking rocks, is that the topic of today? So
No. So
smoking rocks.
James isn't here, obviously.
Oh, so I got this one. I'm good.
Yeah,
okay.
That thing should be live in a dive.
I don't know why. I just brought it anyways. I'm like, I don't believe him. I just
Right? Yeah. Well, I also got.
Where does this go? There you go.
Oh, it's hanging there.
Oh yeah, they're right there.
You can. It doesn't have to hang there, but.
No, I like it.
All right.
Should I set the dough?
No, I'm gonna go. I like the music.
Yeah, ambiance,
and also I'm gonna go get me some more stuff to drink. I just got back from practice.
Dildo cakes.
I mean, it's recording. It's been recording for a while, so.
I just said dildo cakes on the podcast.
No, it's okay. I can edit it out. That's what I do.
Dildo cakes.
Mm-hmm. So you can hear in that pretty good?
Yeah, you know I do melodies in the beginning and shit.
Oh, yeah. Gotta do the dildo cake.
Bad to the bone. Bad.
Oh, you can't. You came to the show. What'd you think?
Thorough good?
No, man.
Oh, your show.
You're gonna have to get that cable off there.
Yeah.
Because it's actually. There we go. I could hear it.
There wasn't as many people at your show as the Portland Blues Festival. What was up with that? You couldn't rack them in?
Well,
15,000 people. You couldn't.
Well, let's see. We've only been together for about 2 months.
Oh.
We had about
Happy anniversary.
We had like about 30 to 40 minutes worth of material, and we ended up playing for 48 minutes, and we didn't even play one of our songs.
I was there for the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
bullshitting with Shay.
Woody booked that up. In my opinion, it was hasty, and I just didn't say anything because it's Woody. You just let Woody be Woody.
He's woodish.
He's woodish. He wanted to book it. He wanted to book a gig, and he wanted it yesterday. I mean, I think he booked that gig before we'd even had a practice.
All right, I think I'm ready. Check it out. Yo. Every moment is golden like a Jill Scott track. Lil Philla on the cut, bringing hip-hop back. Like back in the day when Big L was poppin', when they was rhyming in the streets cause they didn't have options. I'm a guest in this house, but I stand my ground. I'll gladly wipe my feet, but I plan to stay around. You can taste the ambrosia, on point like a soldier. Make you weak like pneumonia, get you higher than the Doja. My shit's tight, like your mama in church, or a Portland hipster in his favorite shirt. Every single word I spit is murderous for certain. It's the light inside a shadow, I be burning like a furnace. It's a part of me, but I don't give a flying fuck. If you love this culture, lift your middle finger up. To the real MCs, this is our moment. Always be real and never co-sign bullshit. La da da, this game done changed, but that don't mean you have to. Better come correct when you're with me, or I'll probably cut back and slap you. Everything's a mess, I know that. One day we can break through. La da da, this game done changed, but that don't mean you have to know. No. I remember in the 6th grade when the big homie Eric gave me my first Outkast CD, Aquemini. Every song, all the album artwork, everything on there, man. Yeah. Changed my world forever. Yeah. Disaster strikes every time that I climb on a mic. I bust a rhyme and grab a pen, then my mind takes flight. There was tribe, there was fight, there was days, there was nights that my brain couldn't sleep, so I threw on a beat, listening to even Lil' Kim. Biggie, Pac, and Nas, I would soak it all in. Corrupt Lil Roscoe and Daz. I cherish these moments, now I'm mastering the craft. I don't wanna hear hits, I'm gonna hit you with my fists. I don't lie, I just spit, fry the beat like fish and chips. My shit slick, like Rick the Ruler. Flip that pillow over, I'ma give him something cooler. Like this and like that in a bottle of bourbon. The game is getting worse, but I still keep learning. You ever gonna change? Not at all. Forever singing out like la da da. La da da, this game done changed, but that don't mean you have to. Better come correct when you're with me, or I'll probably cut back and slap you. Everything's a mess, I know that. One day we can break through. La da da, this game done changed, but that don't mean you have to know. No, oh, oh, oh.